I need to take something for a minute, then I come back. So let's welcome to the meeting.
Thank you.
You've been MIA for so long. We were starting to miss you. Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, today we're supposed to speak. I was supposed to tell you about the new members.
Yeah.
Olucho was supposed to tell us about a magazine. He proposed we get a magazine, and we were hoping you also had an agenda. So I will start with my agenda. So I did, okay, because of the shortage in number of members in our committee, we advertised for new positions.
Okay.
And the positions advertised are for vice chair and facilitators. But the vice chairs, we broke them into three: a vice chair for agriculture, a vice chair for economy, and a vice chair for trade. Even the facilitators, we took three facilitators, each for each of those categories, because we've realized we are missing out. We are only talking about agriculture, and so we are missing out on a lot of issues on economy and trade. That's why we broke it down.
Yeah.
I have got a list of names. Not all positions got applicants, especially positions in French and Arabic facilitators. We do not have any members. The only one member who applied for the French facilitator in agriculture did not send a CV. So we are waiting for her to send a CV. We read it and then we communicate to her. Okay. Well, I will email you the names of these vice chairs and the facilitators. We have 4 new members already, and we are hoping we are going to advertise again, especially in the French and Arabic, so that we can get new members. So now, what we wanted to know, which of the we already have a good enough vice chair for the trade category. Hello, can you hear? We already have a good vice chair for the trade category because he has been dealing in trade for a very long time. So between the economy and agriculture, which one do you think you're best suited for? Which one do you feel you want to be best in? Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
Yes, you get me now.
Yes.
I mean the agricultural committee.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather stay on that one.
You'd rather stay as the vice chair for agriculture?
Agriculture, yeah.
Oh, you do not have a background on economy?
Economy now.
Oh, okay. So you will remain as the vice chair for agriculture. Then we will have to move Cedric to become the vice chair for economy. He had a very strong background on agriculture, but he also has a background on economy. So I didn't know
Who is that?
one of the new members.
Okay. He's not on. He's not online.
No. This is a meeting for the three of us, those who have been members.
Okay.
We will introduce everybody else in another meeting. I had to tell you guys first before we introduce them. That's okay? Okay, so that was my agenda. So if you know any members, especially from French speaking, okay, right now we have all the vice chairs have been filled, and facilitator for agriculture and facilitator for economy. But we do not have, okay, and we I'm yet to get from Oluchi. I wanted to know if Oluchi wanted to stay in agriculture or will go to trade. So if
Yeah.
you know members, especially from the French and Arabic communities, we could really use facilitators in those language groups. And so next we go to what every facilitator will be doing, everybody will be doing. My work will be to push the vice chair. So the three of you, I will push you towards meeting the goals of your subcommittee, I would say. So you are now like the head of that committee. So you
Okay.
will set up the agendas, you will set up the meetings, you will ensure that the facilitators in your subcommittee hold their monthly talks. And I will ensure that you have a feedback. It's now I'll be getting feedback from you, the vice chairs, on what the committee has done. Then whatever you give me, I'll be uploading it. So my work will be to communicate with the AYM, and you people will be to communicate with the facilitators, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. It's a fair deal. It definitely will help us in moving our committee forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking if one person is in charge of only three people,
Yeah.
and another person is in charge of another three people. Maybe the three of them might not hold meetings, but if two do in each and every committee, we will have 6 meetings in 1 month, which is
Yeah.
a better of opportunity for us, right? Because
Yeah.
we're really dragging behind. And this
Mm-hmm.
will allow us to cover more topics because right now we only have topics on agriculture. We do not have any topics on trade. We do not have any topics
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
economy.
That's true. That's true.
So you're okay with the new roles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
Well, the work of the facilitators will be to host the meetings just as it has been before, right? And now about uploading on the AYM website, I will be doing that. So I will be pushing you people to give me the info so that I can upload it. So we have to set a specific date by which you have to get back to me so that I can have ample time to upload the document. Is that okay?
that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah,
So that was my agenda for today.
yeah.
We will, when we sit down, all of us plus the new members, we will set up a new timeline for by when somebody should host their meetings. We can even
Okay.
book a whole week. We book a whole week that only our meetings will be happening in the course of that week. Like we can book maybe the second week of every month or the third week of every month. And then we as a committee we will be helping our committee facilitators to find people to talk to because that's one problem I noticed Oluchi had. He didn't have people to facilitate. He didn't have
Mm.
members. But not since we have already grouped ourselves into agriculture, economy and trade, somebody can be able to find people who are good in those specific sectors to facilitate. Is that all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what other, okay, now we were supposed to move to Oluchi and his magazine idea, but now I think we shall move to you. So what is your agenda?
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, how do we meet up with the African Union Youth Working Group? How do we introduce them to AYM and see how best can we benefit from each other's activity and see that, because it's more or less the same agenda. It's promoting the agenda of African youth. So for the African Union Youth Working Group, they are very much connected to the African Union and the other African groups. So I've talked to one of the uh, co-chairs of the African Youth Working Group. Most likely in one of our meetings, he will join us and share what do they do there and see how best do we put things together and see that we move the agenda of African youths forward. That's one of my agendas. And secondly, how do we also create networks or partner with other like-minded agencies, you know, either participating in forums or conferences or seminars. It will help us in exposing and communicating what we do, because maybe that can be an arena or a platform where we might meet face to face, because what people do now, like such events, if they are able to meet, like, okay, our committee, if five of us are looking to go to a seminar or a conference, during that conference you can also have your side events, meaning it's creating room for you people to sit down and discuss your agendas. So I will work with him to find out those agencies and those institutions that always create those avenues, most especially on agriculture. That's my committee. If there's any on trade and economy, I will push it forward. But I will definitely try to concentrate on the one of agriculture and see how best, we tally ourselves on that line. Yeah.
Actually, I think what we can do is every member of the committee has to come with either an event or a conference every month. We have to update this every month, but that conference has to be happening at least 2 to 3 months by the day we are meeting, so that we can have ample time to apply, and
Yeah.
all those registration issues. But now it shall become compulsory for every
Mhm.
member to come with a member to be interviewed by the facilitator,
Yeah.
and to come up with an event that is happening.
Yeah. 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 I think that will definitely help us. It will move our agenda faster. Yeah, I think that's okay. That's okay with me, right?
Yes, it is. Do you have any agendas, other agendas that you think we can, or other ways we can implement so that we can see if,
Do you know about the Ignite Youths?
sorry?
Ignite, is it Ignite African Youth? Is a Kenya-based youth group.
Mm-hmm.
If
I'm
you
not
know
sure.
that,
What does
yeah,
it do?
it's like we all have the same agenda. Ignite Youth, African Youth, African Union Youth Working Group, and AYM. Maybe if you try to search on them on the website, it's like we have the same. So maybe at our committee, let's try to post how do we invite those two groups, to our area.
Okay, I will look. Okay, maybe you can send me the name. You will email
Yeah,
me the name.
I'll send you a mail, and I will link you to two of them, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yes. On the next agenda, are we done with how to move our committee forward?
hmm? That is what I'm telling you. That's already what I told you about how do we move our committee forward.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm asking. Do you have any more points to add?
So far, those are the two that I've put on my agenda list.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, also, I think something else I'm going to, I know a friend of mine, he works with ICT for development, and mainly it does things to do with agriculture, but on the social media. So maybe I can engage him so that he can help us with training, like we can get trainings. I know
Yeah.
training where people come to Kenya, people go to Dar es Salaam. It's mainly a network in East Africa, but I can try to engage him and see if he can give us a training and call other members, of course. But also if he can be able to um, like connect us to his connections, because ICT for development is it's mainly funded by Netherlands organizations, but its impact is usually in Africa. And the good thing is that it brings together people in, let me say, agriculture,
Mhm.
and it trains people how to market themselves as agriculturalists, how to bring forward their issues, how to discuss them, mainly using ICT.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's good.
So
If you
we
are able
can
to be,
have him as our campaigner or our publicist somehow,
mm,
is going to link us to the things that he does, so that people can know more about us.
yeah, definitely, definitely, that will help. That will really help. Sure.
Okay, we also going to, okay, Aya had mentioned in the last meeting of committee chairs, Aya mentioned about fundraisers, getting a person to fundraise for each and every committee, and getting somebody to like advertise, how can I say, to publicize, like the public relations for each and every committee.
Mhm.
What I'm not yet so clear about, and I'll ask Aya, is whether those we are supposed to find them ourselves or AYM will allocate as people. But in the meantime, if you know somebody who is like really good at publicity, really public relations, somebody who's really good at fundraising, maybe you can, yeah, you can invite us to them, and we can see how he engages us.
I think I will do that. That is why I said I want to introduce that my friend with the African Union Youth Working Group. I don't know how do they raise funds for their participants during events or some of their activities. So when I introduce him to you, maybe we can ask him some of those things and see if there are chances of getting someone who will support us in fundraising will be helpful. Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yes, that we can do. So, do we have any more agendas today?
No, so far that is uh, what I have with me.
Okay. Well, I need to tell you, since you're the one who has been longest serving, in the next few months, that is for July, August, and probably part of September, you will have to represent me in AYM because I'll be very busy. I'm trying to get into graduate school, so that process is very intense. I have a lot on my plate. I might not be able to commit a lot of hours to AYM. So you will also be the acting chair for the committee for that period of time. That's basically mainly, let me say, mainly August and July. I might
July.
manage in September, but that will be until I go to school.
That is next month and month after. July and August, right?
Yes, and part of September. That is up to about date 15th or so.
That's fair enough.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's all I have to say. I think I'll send this link to Oluchi so he can watch the video. Maybe he can also, I think I shall ask him to write us on the magazine, because he suggested we should have a magazine, which I think is a very brilliant idea. But the
Mm.
question I had for him is, what are the articles to put there? What are we going to post? What exactly is who is the magazine trying to target? Because
Yeah,
hmm?
that's true because the magazine at least should have component of some of our activities, some of the things that we intend to do. How far do we want to move our committee or AIM in general? So maybe he'll be able to give us clue of all those things. How did he want to go about with the magazine? Right?
yeah,
So
okay. So that's all I had for today, and then I think we have exhausted it. I will write the minutes. I don't think they will even be more than half a page because we only met for roughly 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then we can forward it to Oluchi. I don't know why Oluchi missed, and he said he's the one who suggested the 2 p.m. And actually, when it comes to setting meetings, I think we should just have a specific time for our meetings so that we don't have to keep on asking the time and the time. Should we set our meetings to be happening at 2 p.m.
No,
GMT?
2 p.m. I was supposed to go for prayers. I was supposed to pray now,
Mm-hmm.
but because I don't want to miss this, and I don't want to give excuses. But
So, what is the best time? 1 p.m.
yeah, 1 p.m.
1 p.m. GMT.
Yeah, 1 p.m. is good.
So we all be having the meetings at 1 p.m.
At
GMT.
1 p.m. That's okay.
So this is a set. We set. Okay, maybe we can discuss with all the other members because now we're having new members and we don't know their availability. If we have
Hmm.
like specific time, like every time we know we are meeting at exactly 1, people will not be like, when is the meeting? When, I'm late for the meeting. They know they're supposed to be meeting at 1 always.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. Have a good evening or afternoon.
Okay. Then,
Evening. Yeah.
yeah. Sawa sawa.
Okay.
Habari.
All right.
Right.
Um,